All right, so just get my music ready from back when, and I finished the sky earlier today. My next move is to put a second layer on the buildings, and then I will start working on the frame. But I don't think I'll be able to finish the second layer for every single building, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try. So this is my second palette paper for this project, mixing a lot of different colors together to get these different combinations, more of like a pastel lighter shade. And then I'll go over top of that once this second layer dries with some darker colors, more variation to recreate that stained glass look. So that's the deal for today. Already out of purple, so I might have to get some more of that soon. So it's finishing up this second layer on, not finishing, starting the second layer on these buildings. And I'm almost out of purple. So I'm hoping that I have enough to finish this second layer on this building, but I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping to have plenty of purple to go over top of this with some glass streaks. So that means that I'm either going to have to switch to a dark blue, which isn't the end of the world. That would help bring some of these other blues in. So it might work out better that way anyways. Or I'll have to run out to the store. Part of the thought process whenever I'm painting is how can I be resourceful? how can I use what I have already? But then I also, it's like a balance between not wanting to rush it either. So I think I will have to use some of this blue to tie that in. So that looks good too. So now I'm just kind of alternating these streaks. So it's not too predictable. All right, so this is just like a soft blend.
Expedia members get better rewards for future trips. Are you ready to see your brand on TV? Your competitors will wish they had known about Vibe. With Vibe.
And then I'll go back over top of that later on. I'm not too preoccupied with cleaning my brush too much, because I'm liking the little hints of purple that I'm picking up. Alright, so it looks like I'll be able to finish this second layer after all. So I kind of messed up the order on this. I typically like to paint the lighter colors first if I know that I'm going to most likely use the same brush, just because it's more challenging to clean the brush, get all the darker hues off if I'm going to be using a lighter color. Now, because I didn't wash this brush off, I'm picking up some of the blues that I mixed in around this building on its own, which is nice. That's exactly what I want. Now, because these pieces are going to be narrow, I switched brushes. I switched to a more narrow brush. But it's also because I didn't want to risk using a brush that I already used for blue and purple, knowing that it was likely going to show up here.
you stop me.
So again, this will be a light yellow as the base.
Disney Plus has gifts for the whole family.
And then I'll start to feather in
Classic holiday favorites. Wonderful. Some new treats.
We'll make a dream. Okay, I'm ready.
some oranges, maybe.
Okay.
And so many more wonderful presents.
If you want to Airbnb your home, but you're nervous about your first time, get help from someone who's done it lots of times. Airbnb Setup will help you get started.
So I'm almost done with this session because I have an appointment coming up. There's one more thing I want to do, and that is create a gold. So I'm going to use yellow and tan. And that's going to be on the Golden Gate Bridge. One, because it's a play on the name, but also I thought that gold would be perfect to provide a new color in there. All right. Just gonna feather this in. Just like that. So this isn't too fancy. It's just to add some more color on there. Have some fun with it. And some of that same gold I want to apply down here. Just to lighten up a little bit. I'll wait for that to dry and then hit that again. All right, so that didn't take long. I only have a couple more sessions left. So all I have to do, or my next move, is to do the border. Put a second layer on the border. And then once I've finished that, everything else will have dried. And then I'll do my final layer on the buildings. once I'm finished with the final layer on the buildings, then I'll go through and I'll do the final layer on the border. And then the absolute last step, which is the most gratifying step, is I'll go through with the black paint and go over all these little lines. And looking forward to it. All of the sky is almost dry. It's coming out really nice. So can't wait. Thanks for joining.